Hello, dear friends, and welcome to a captivating tale of love, self-discovery, and the unexpected melodies that can change our lives forever. Enjoy the story. Michael's heart raced with excitement as he spoke on the phone with his long-lost friend Max. The years melted away as they laughed and reminisced about their college days, the mischief they got into, and the unbreakable bond they shared. "It's been way too long, buddy," Max exclaimed, his voice filled with genuine warmth. "We need to get together soon with Alex and catch up on old times. It'll be just like the good old days." Michael agreed enthusiastically, a grin spreading across his face as he pictured the three of them reuniting after so many years. But his smile faded when Max added, "And make sure to bring your wife or girlfriend too. It'll be a big family reunion with all our loved ones together." "Alex and I can't wait to meet the lucky lady who captured your heart." Panic set in as Michael realized he was still single, married to his work, and never finding the time or the right person to settle down with. The thought of admitting his solo status to his happily married friends filled him with dread. Not wanting to disappoint them or feel like the odd man out, he blurted out, "Yeah, absolutely, my fiancée and I would love to come. We wouldn't miss it for the world." The words tasted like bitter deceit on his tongue, but he couldn't bring himself to confess the truth. Hanging up, Michael paced his spacious corner office, his mind racing as he evaluated potential candidates among his single female employees. There was the cute receptionist, but she was far too young and giggly. The no-nonsense marketing manager was closer to his age, but her severe demeanor and lack of warmth made her unsuitable. The IT specialist had a quirky charm, but her alternative style and piercings would raise too many questions. One by one, he mentally dismissed them all, realizing that none of them could convincingly play the role of his devoted fiancée. Despair washed over him as he slumped into his leather chair, burying his face in his hands. How had he let his personal life slip away, prioritizing his career above all else? The emptiness he had long ignored now gnawed at his heart. Just as he was about to give up hope, a gentle knock at the door pulled him from his self-pity. "Come in," he called out, straightening his tie and composing himself. The door opened, revealing Christina, the stunning office cleaner he had often noticed but never truly seen. Her chestnut hair was pulled back in a neat ponytail, her hazel eyes sparkling with warmth and intelligence. She pushed her cleaning cart into the room, a radiant smile on her face that instantly lifted Michael's spirits. "Good afternoon, Mr. Thompson," she greeted him, her voice melodic and soothing. "I hope I'm not interrupting anything important?" Michael shook his head, finding himself drawn to her presence. "No, not at all. Please come in and please call me Michael." As Christina began her usual routine, dusting the shelves and emptying the wastebaskets, Michael found himself engaging her in conversation. They talked about their favorite books, their dreams and aspirations, and the joys and challenges of life. Christina spoke passionately about her young son Evan, her eyes lighting up with love and pride as she described his kind heart and curious mind. With each passing minute, Michael became more captivated by Christina's intelligence, her gentle spirit, and her natural beauty that shone from within. And then, like a bolt of lightning, an idea struck him. Perhaps the solution to his problem was standing right in front of him, hidden in plain sight. "Christina, I have a proposition for you." Michael began hesitantly, his heart pounding in his chest. He explained his predicament, the upcoming reunion with his friends, and his desperate need for a fiancée to maintain the illusion of a perfect life. "I know it's an unusual request, but would you be willing to pose as my fiancée for the weekend? I would compensate you generously for your time and effort, and you could bring Evan along to make it more believable." Christina's eyes widened with surprise, her lips parting slightly as she processed his words. The allure of a glamorous getaway, the chance to give her son a taste of the high life, and the opportunity to help someone in need all swirled in her mind. She had always admired Michael from afar, his kindness and generosity towards the staff, and the way he treated everyone with respect regardless of their position. And now, here he was, offering her a glimpse into a world she had only dreamed of. I don't know what to say," Christina stammered, her heart racing with a mixture of excitement and uncertainty. "It's a lot to take in, and I wouldn't want to deceive your friends." Michael nodded, understanding her hesitation. "I know it's not ideal, but I promise it would only be for a short time. Think of it as an opportunity for you and Evan to have a little adventure, to experience something new and exciting. I would make sure you both feel comfortable and well taken care of." Christina bit her lip, weighing the pros and cons in her mind. The chance to give Evan a weekend of wonder, to see his eyes light up with joy, was too tempting to refuse. And if she was honest with herself, the thought of spending time with Michael, getting to know him on a deeper level, sent a thrill through her body. "Okay," she said softly, a smile spreading across her face. "I'll do it, for Evan and for you." Michael's heart soared with gratitude and relief. "Thank you, Christina. You have no idea how much this means to me. We'll make it a weekend to remember for all of us." To prepare for their charade, Christina and Evan moved into Michael's sprawling mansion for a trial run. The opulence of the house took their breath away, from the gleaming marble floors to the crystal chandeliers that cast a warm glow over every room. Evan's eyes widened with wonder as he explored the vast spaces, his laughter echoing through the halls as he discovered hidden nooks and treasures. As the days passed, Michael found himself captivated by Christina's domestic prowess. The aroma of her home-cooked meals filled the house, the scent of freshly baked bread and simmering stews drawing him into the kitchen like a moth to a flame. Her meticulous cleaning transformed the once sterile space into a warm, inviting home, with plush throw pillows and vases of fresh flowers adding pops of color and life. But it was the moments in between that truly touched Michael's heart. The way Christina patiently helped Evan with his homework, her gentle guidance and encouragement nurturing his young mind, the way she hummed softly as she folded laundry, her voice a soothing balm to Michael's weary soul, and the way her laughter rang out, pure and joyful, as they played board games together in the evenings, a sense of family and belonging blossoming in the once lonely mansion. Michael began to genuinely enjoy the company of his temporary family, his heart swelling with a warmth he had never known before. He found himself lingering in the kitchen, offering to help with the dishes just to spend more time in Christina's presence. He looked forward to tucking Evan into bed, reading him stories, and watching his eyelids grow heavy with sleep. And he cherished the quiet moments with Christina, sipping tea and talking late into the night, their souls connecting on a level he had never experienced. When the big weekend arrived, Max, Alex, and their families were greeted by the picture-perfect couple. Christina looked stunning in a flowing sundress, her hair cascading in soft waves around her face. Michael stood proudly by her side, his hand resting gently on the small of her back, a gesture of love and support that felt all too natural. As they welcomed their guests, Christina played her role flawlessly, charming them with her grace and poise. She engaged in warm conversations, asking about their lives and families, her genuine interest and empathy shining through. The guests were immediately taken by her kind heart and quick wit, their initial skepticism melting away in the face of her authenticity. The weekend unfolded in a whirlwind of laughter, shared meals, and heartfelt connections. As they savored a delectable dinner prepared by Christina, the conversation flowed effortlessly. Michael surprised everyone by actively participating, sharing stories and jokes, his eyes twinkling with a newfound joy that his friends had never seen before. But the true highlight of the evening came when Christina sat down at the grand piano, her fingers poised over the keys. The room fell silent, all eyes drawn to her as she took a deep breath and began to play a hauntingly beautiful melody. The notes danced and swirled like leaves on an autumn breeze. Christina lost herself in the music, her eyes closed and a serene smile on her face as she poured her heart into every note. Michael watched mesmerized as Christina's fingers glided effortlessly across the keys, her body swaying with the rhythm of the music. He had never seen her so alive, so free, as if the piano was an extension of her very soul. The guests were stunned by her hidden talent, their eyes wide with wonder and admiration. As the final notes faded away, the room erupted in applause, the guests rising to their feet in a standing ovation. Christina blushed, her eyes shining with tears of joy as she took a humble bow. Michael's heart swelled with pride and love, realizing that he had been given a glimpse into the true depths of her beauty and talent. The rest of the weekend passed in a blur of laughter, shared stories, and deepening bonds. Michael and Christina played their roles to perfection, their affection and chemistry so convincing that even they began to question where the line between pretense and reality lay. Stolen glances, gentle touches, and whispered words of encouragement blurred the boundaries, their hearts dancing to a rhythm all their own. As the weekend drew to a close and the guests prepared to depart, Michael felt a bittersweet ache in his chest. He had grown accustomed to the warmth and love that Christina and Evan brought into his life, and the thought of returning to his lonely existence filled him with dread. He watched as Christina hugged Max and Alex's wives, exchanging heartfelt promises to stay in touch and plan future gatherings. With heavy hearts, Michael and Christina waved goodbye to their guests, the house suddenly feeling too large and too quiet in their absence. As Christina packed her belongings, preparing to return to her old life, Michael felt a pang of longing, a desire for something more than just a temporary arrangement. He found her in the bedroom, folding her clothes neatly into her suitcase, her eyes misty with unshed tears. "Christina," he whispered, his voice hoarse with emotion, I don't want you to go." She turned to face him, her eyes searching his for the truth behind his words. "Michael, I know this started as a charade, but somewhere along the way, it became real for me," he confessed, his heart pounding in his chest. "I don't want to go back to the way things were before. I don't want to lose you and Evan. I want us to be a real family." Tears spilled down Christina's cheeks as she listened to his heartfelt declaration. "I feel the same way, Michael. Being here with you, it feels right. It feels like home. But I'm scared. Scared of getting hurt. Scared of hoping for too much." Michael crossed the room in 2 strides, gathering her in his arms and holding her close. "I know it's a leap of faith, but I'm willing to take that jump with you. I promise to love you, to cherish you, and to build a life together filled with laughter, joy, and endless love. You and Evan are the missing pieces of my heart, and I don't want to spend another day without you by my side." Christina melted into his embrace, her tears falling freely as she nodded against his chest. "Yes, Michael. Yes, I want that too. I want us to be a family, to build a future together." They held each other tightly, their hearts beating as one as they sealed their love with a tender kiss. The unexpected melody of love had played out, turning a simple charade into a beautiful reality. As they unpacked Christina and Evan's bags, their laughter and excitement filling the once empty rooms, Michael knew that he had finally found the home and the family he had been searching for all along.